Wow.
Apparently, there are a ton of underrated commanders out there. And your guys' response to the first episode of Underrated Commanders was so positive, I couldn't possibly say no to making another one.
Another one.
So today, we're honing in on everybody's favorite Angel Bay, Avacyn, the Angel of Hope. But before we can dive into what makes Avacyn awesome, we have to start with learning a little bit about her background. So by now, you've probably heard of a little plane called Innistrad. There's a popular planeswalker, Soren Markov, who likes to spend a lot of time there. Now many of you may not be aware, but Soren is actually the emo version of Fabio. A lot of the younger people out there today might not have any idea who Fabio even is, and if that's the case, just ask your mom. She'll know exactly who he is. Now our poor handsome hero Soren was caught in a brutal war between the vampires and the werewolves of Innistrad. And because vampires and werewolves are notorious jerks, they had to go around murdering the local human population too. In order to bring balance to the force and keep the werewolves and vampires in check, Soren created Avacyn. And Soren didn't create any old angel, oh no. He made an absolute beast capable of single-handedly holding back the forces of darkness. These are my 5 reasons why Avacyn Angel of Hope is underrated. Eminem said it best when he said,
"Why be a king when you can be a god?"
The humans of Innistrad certainly worship Avacyn like she's a god. They even set up a whole church just built around her with its own pope and everything. She even has her own military headed up by guys like Odric Lunarch Marshall, aka George Clooney. Avacyn's followers traversed the countryside, smashing heathens and spreading her good word. If having her very own pope and a private military isn't enough to convince you that Avacyn is a total badass, I don't know what will. Angels are some of the coolest creatures in all of Magic. They spend their days protecting humans from angry demons all across the multiverse. It doesn't get a whole lot more hardcore than that. There are a lot of awesome angels out there who are very powerful in their own right. Avacyn isn't phased though. She can go toe to toe with the best of them. Avacyn has a lot in common with one of my favorite angels, Death Pact Angel. Both Death Pact Angel and Avacyn are rocking that Dark Angel sort of look. I really like that Jason Chan, the artist who created both Avacyn and Death Pact Angel, gave Avacyn that sort of evil flair. Avacyn truly is the double whammy. Not only does she have intimidating looks, but she also has the skills to back it up.
You are terminated.
Holy crap, Avacyn has some ridiculous abilities. I don't even care about her mana cost. Just look at that. An 8/8 with flying, vigilance, and indestructible. That alone is stupid. Oh yeah, and did I mention that she makes every single other permanent you control indestructible too? That includes all your little white weenie soldiers, your enchantments, your annoying artifacts like soul rings. Even your lands cannot be destroyed when she is on the battlefield. Your playgroup better come prepared, because if they show up with some pleb status stuff like damnation, they're guaranteed to get blown out. Avacyn is one of those cards, you know the cards I'm talking about, that when they appear, you have to get rid of them, otherwise you die. And she never shows up at a time that's convenient for you. She arrives when the white weenie army is beating down your door. That is partly what makes Avacyn so underrated. Her ability to turn a small band of idiots into a rampaging army. You better have that Cyclonic Rift or Toxic Deluge handy, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Now I know what you're thinking. Friendly neighborhood host Alex, I'll just toast her with the Swords to Plowshares. Maybe. That's assuming she doesn't get to go shoe shopping first and put on some fancy new boots. Better yet, she should grab a hold of a couple swords that not only give her protection, they give her a nice little buff and some extra abilities that practically propel her into Eldrazi levels of ridiculousness. What Avacyn really wants though is a Fire Shrieker. Just imagine a double-striking, flying, vigilant, indestructible super angel. Now forget all that, and instead picture something even better. Her swinging over the top for exactly 10 infect damage with the help of our little friend, Grafted Exoskeleton. And that, my friends, is what makes Avacyn, Angel of Hope, a highly underrated Commander superstar.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I want to hear from you, deck builders. Who else is underrated and why? If you want more episodes of underrated commanders in the future, be sure to smash that like button. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And you know what's up. Stay classy, deck builders. I'll see you next time.